Hi Leo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your June 16th to the 30th, 2025 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Leo. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Fantastic. Okay. So give me a moment. At the center of it all is the Seven of Cups. Okay. So for the last half of June, there are going to be a lot of choices, a lot of ideas, but also a lot of dreams coming forward. A lot of things that you thought, oh, I can't have this, or, oh, this is silly. And now you're starting to say, well, why not? Why not open up that door? Why not see it that way? Why not look at things in this new light and in this new idea? Now, do be mindful, because we can really fall into dreamland during this time, meaning that it's more pleasurable for us to dream about something, to think about something, than to actually go after it. So this is going to be a time of balancing, but a lot of your dreams are coming forward, and a lot of things are, you're seeing them in a new light, are presenting themselves in a new way. And it's almost like, well, can I? And Spirit is like, why not? Why not? Why did you clip your wings? Or why did you think you couldn't? Because there's something here, Leo, where you were like, you stopped yourself. And Spirit's like, no, now it's time to move it forward. And it brings us to the challenge. And this is this is the wheel. And this is the Wheel of Fortune in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. And 10 is a completion of a cycle, right? But it's a new time coming forward. So you've completed one cycle, you've completed one lesson, one kind of like, life purpose here on this earthly plane. And now you're looking at things in a very different way. Now the challenge is to see the change and to move with the change. It's kind of like going with the current of the water instead of fighting against it. So just being aware of this and knowing that different ideas and different opportunities are coming up and looking at things, and you're going to see certain preconceived notions or certain things that you thought, oh, like this is a fact, this is the way it is, they're going to be shattered during this time. You're going to be looking at things, but especially yourself, so very differently. And as you do so, where you need to focus is on the King of Pentacles. This is a tremendously beneficial, profitable time for you. Calling in the money, calling in the success, calling in the prosperity. The King of Pentacles is earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So if you're born on the cusp with Virgo, if you have earth sign energy in your chart, this is going to be very grounding for you. As a fire sign energy, very practical, all right? Having the practical grounding energy of Earth come forward is fantastic. Now, the need to focus is to say, how am I embracing my prosperity, my success? What is it that I want for myself? What is it that I'm looking for? Where is it that I need to be? And you're going to see yourself looking at things in a very different way than you have before. But it's also the sense of looking at money and your right to be wealthy in a way that you hadn't before. Either there was this sense of, money didn't solve this problem, so what's the use? Or I'm never going to be rich, so why even bother? Type of thing. And here you're going to see the anger around that starting to fall away. And your relationship with money, financial success, bounty, abundance, even somebody saying to you once upon a time, oh, you'll never be as successful as, your sister, your brother, oh, you don't have a head for business, or you can't possibly do XYZ. You might not be able to do it the way others have, but you will do it in your own way, in your own power, in your own, prosperity and success. So do not let others clip your wings. That's going to be very important during this time. You're also going to be very drawn to people who are grounded and who are prosperous. Okay? And it's not saying, oh, you have to have this much money in your bank account or else I won't talk to you type of thing. It is very much the energy of being prosperous within their own skin, being confident within themselves. It moves us then to the energy that is leaving us. And this is the Nine of Pentacles. Now, this is a bittersweet one because the Nine of Pentacles is a really good card, right? It's really good energy. It is celebrating the here and the now. It is being present. It is seeing our prosperity. It is seeing our blessings. And it's really moving us forward in a bountiful way. Now, why we're leaving this behind is because we're looking at the past, we're looking at the future, and we're building stepping stones forward towards that. Now, the thing is, during this time, during the last half of June, do not get lost in the dreams of the past or the dreams of the future. Stand in the present of the now, but that will not have to be as fierce a reminder as it once was, and that's going to be very important. There is also the sense here of knowing that you are capable of hard work, of dedication, of determination. There was a fear before for one reason or another. It's like, I don't know if I could do this. I don't know if I could do this. And now you're looking at things. It's like, whoa, look at what I've done. Look at what I've accomplished. Look at what I've achieved. And it moves us then to our strength. And this is the Six of Cups. It is the past coming forward. And it is the past blessing us. So what we're going to see here is that as we look back, it's like, wow, look at this beautiful thing. Look at how this moved me, this shaped me, this guided me. Look at how this brought me to where my soul really wants to be. And the Six of Cups, we can be very nostalgic. This is why Spirit is saying, hey, listen, be mindful. Don't live in the past. Don't live in the dream of the future. Be present right here, right now. But it is also going to be everything that you have overcome, everything that you have connected with, everything that you have done. You're looking at it now, Leo, and you're like, why did I doubt myself? Why did I think I couldn't? And it brings us then to the near future. Like, your greatest strength is the power of your memories, the power of the past, the power of the blessings leading you forward in love. And that brings you to the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands here, which I love this card because she's not fighting, right? She's not in this for a fight. She has the Dawn right here, connecting with her energy, connecting with her life force energy. And she is saying, I am moving forward in power. You want to fight? That's fine. You can fight with yourself. But I'm embracing my power, my distinction, my determination, my focus, and I'm opening up the door. And that is you. It's not having to be reminded. It is a deep sense of knowing and a deep sense of understanding. And as you do so, you're going to see that you handle challenges during the last half of June in a way that you're like, wow, I'm graceful. Like, wow, I've got this. Or wow, I have this kind of like energy of letting things kind of slide off my back that I just didn't have before. You're not going to be so serious, but in being so serious, you're not going to be so harsh on yourself. And that is a really beautiful thing, Leo, because your strength is through love. And that love comes through embracing who it is that you are, what it is that you love in this life, moving forward in gentleness, in kindness, in compassion, doing no harm as we walk gently on this earth is one of the most important things that we can remember. And it is so easy to forget. It moves us then to the advice. And this is the Four of Cups. We are going to be kind of set in our ways. We have this certain way that we want things to go. We have this certain way that we want to see things. And that is okay. We all have our expectations. But with the Four of Cups coming in, Spirit is saying to you, hey, listen, I'm going to be tapping on your shoulder a lot during the last half of June. I'm going to be showing you things that is going to be kind of moving you out of your comfort zone, moving you out of how you thought this would be, or where you thought you would be, or how you thought this would move forward. And that is okay. Now, when this happens, we can get really frustrated because we're like, no, it has to be just this way. But if we let go of preconceived expectations and remember to embrace our prosperity and our bounty, knowing that we are at the very core of our being's success, we are going to see that Spirit is opening up a door that wouldn't have been opened otherwise. If we were heading in the direction that we thought, okay, it has to be just like this, in a rigidity that isn't suiting the energy right now, we would miss out on a beautiful blessing that is coming forward. And what that is also going to show us is that the fighting, there's going to be something that somebody that is very close to us is like in this fight, in this, kind of like ickiness. It's just ickiness, right? They're in this very heavy, very energy. And what we're going to see here is that as we kind of step away from being pulled into other people's chaos, trying to solve other people's problems, we are going to see ourselves moving forward in love and in compassion. And as we do so, it moves us then to the environment. And the environment that we're in is a release of heartbreak and pain and disappointment. It is a mourning, but it is also this kind of like screaming out of, I'm not having this weigh me down anymore. I'm not having this define me anymore. So the environment that we're in with the Three of Swords is looking at the heartbreaks that we have been through, looking at the pain that we have survived, and really being proud of ourselves and moving forward in compassion, moving forward in gentleness, not saying, oh, you should have done this better. Oh, you could have done it like that. Oh, that was your own darn, problem type of thing. What we're going to see here with the Three of Swords is that we really start to embrace a compassion within ourselves, but we also start to see the complexity of life. Like no path is easy, no path is perfect. And that's going to be very healing for us, because it was almost like I was in this all by myself, right? That's what we were saying to ourselves. And yet we're going to see that every soul walks a path that is complex and intense. And it moves us then to our hopes and our fears, and that is the Lovers. Now, this is Gemini energy. So we can have a hope and a fear around a Gemini, which is a time frame of May 21st to June 20th. We come out of the Gemini time period during the last half of June. So it can be that there's something here that we really love, that we're hoping for, that we're wishing for, that happens before the 20th, which I know this is from the 16th to the 30th, right? So it happens quickly. But here, it is embracing our love, it is embracing our passion, but it's also embracing the duality of ourselves, the different ways that we see things. And it can be the starkly different ways that we see things from the sacred feminine, sacred masculine aspect of it all, how we are seeing our hearts move forward, what we're looking for deeply within ourselves, the way that we love things, the way that we want things. And it can even be like the way that our brain looks at things and processes things differently. And we're being kind to ourselves and holding this knowledge in and saying, okay, how do I move this forward? What feels right to me? What guides me in the direction that I'm needing, that my heart longs for? And with the Lovers coming in, the hopes and the fears is that I can embrace what I love. I can have what I love. I can let my passion guide me. And the fear is either being eaten up by somebody else's love, right? Their love overtakes what we want. And all of a sudden we just become, kind of like, it's eaten up by a bigger emotion. It's like their emotions become bigger than our emotions, and we're just kind of keeping the peace. That can be a fear that we have. And I do see that as a very distinct fear. It might be a very distinct fear for a very distinct person coming forward, where it's like, yes, their emotions always, supersede my own. But here, it is letting your heart come forward, and it's finding the balance within yourself, the love within yourself. And it's saying, this is my passion. It doesn't matter if everybody else gets it, right? Again, as long as we do no harm, as long as we walk gently on this earth, as long as kindness guides us forward, and love, is the centering part of our heart, we let this move us in a way that opens up doors. And our hope becomes living in a place of love, living in an energy of love and compassion. And it moves us then to the outcome. And this is the Two of Pentacles. It's finding the balance. It's finding the harmony. It is having things being balanced for ourselves. And it is looking at ourselves and saying, I've got this. we are going to have a tendency during this time to take on more and more and more, to say, I can do this and I can do that and I got this and I got that, because we're doing a really good job. Also, we were really successful at taking on more and more, but we are going to find that there's this burnout energy that is around us, and it starts as a dark cloud, and it makes us doubt ourselves. It makes us, kind of like, it's self-hate that comes in first, and then it's a sense of, well, I just can't. And it's a darkness that makes us think that we cannot be successful. And Spirit is saying, no, that is wrong. But be very mindful of what you're taking on. Be very mindful of juggling too much and of, demanding too much of yourself. Be kind to yourself. Go slowly, go gently, go compassionately forward. It moves us then to our spirit message. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. And it is the ostrich. And it says, the choice is clear for you now. Follow the wisdom and truth you feel in your heart. It's going to be about trusting your heart, your emotion, the sense of like, but this feels right. And it's not kind of like this daredevil, I'm going to jump off a cliff type of thing, or I'm going to do something, kind of like daring and a little bit scary, because we're good at that, right? We're good at the intense things. But it is saying, what about the softness? What about the gentleness? What about the calm and the quiet? How do I follow that forward for myself? And it brings us then to our chakra message. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. And this is listening. This is a big one that's coming up for the end of June. This is the third chakra. And if we listen, we become superheroes. Listening is listening to our bodies, listening to the universe, listening to our souls, listening to the people around us. Everybody is so busy talking. Everybody wants to say so much, so much, so much. But what if we listen? What if we calm? Like, what if we embrace calm and quiet and let ourselves actually hear instead of filling all the minutes, filling all the seconds? Sitting quietly or standing quietly or going for a walk or doing something that involves quiet listening. And you're going to find that if you embrace the listening, Leo, people are going to be like, well, how did you know this? How did you see this? How did you understand this? It's because you listened and they told you. And people don't realize how much they actually say. It moves us then to our chakra, not our chakra, I do apologize. That was our chakra message. This is our energy to be mindful of for this week. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. This is the Two of Cups. This is a love that feels familiar. This is an energy where you're like, whoa, this is healing. This is beautiful. This is moving past kind of like issues or doubts that I had. But what you're going to see here is that it's actually not healing. Okay. This is an energy that's going to follow wound patterns, hurt patterns that you've had. And that's why it feels so comfortable. It feels so right almost. And so to step back and to say, is this really healing me? Is this really what I want? Or are their emotions just overpowering my own? Because that's going to be something that happens. Now, this can be in love. This could be in work. This could be in friendship, right? They're overpowering you. Step back and step into, just this quiet place of listening, of understanding, of things that really brought you joy in the past. And it's like, okay, how does this move me forward? And is this enhancing my wealth, my prosperity, and my success of self? It moves us then to our subconscious spirit message. And this is the eagle. And it says, you are learning all aspects of spiritual connection and reaching new heights. You are. During the last half of June, you're going to see yourself breaking out of a shell you didn't even know you were in. And it's kind of like being a butterfly, right? You are going through this metamorphosis. You are transforming and you don't even realize you have wings. It's like, whoa, this is awesome. It brings us then to our subconscious spirit message, chakra message, and this is balance. This is the root chakra. And you're finding balance, you're finding harmony within yourself. That's the hope and the fear, the balance of love, the balance of the sacred feminine, the sacred masculine, what it is that you want, the inner world, the outer world, and how you move forward in harmony with yourself, because you're going to see that you are very good at juggling. You just have to kind of cut back on a lot of things that were just noise. and that noise was distracting you. It brings us then to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. And this is the Prince of Swords. This is somebody who is very good with words and can be very kind of manipulative with words. This can be an air sign energy, a Gemini, a Libra, and Aquarius, but this is also going to be somebody who, when they do not get what they want, they go from being this charming, charming person to being really quite cruel, quite mean, and they always hit where it hurts. So they always kind of keep you off balance. This is like somebody who love bombs you and then, just like, I want to say rips into you, like kind of really diminishes you, says you're not doing well enough, goes for your weak points and knows your weak points. And that's going to be the energy here where it's like, this is the person that you'll think like, oh my gosh, when they're love bombing you, oh my gosh, this is so perfect. This is so wonderful. I can't believe this. And then they show you a little bit of meanness and you're like, well, they can't be mean because they were so nice. No, believe them when they show you, okay? It moves us then to our subconscious spirit message. And this is the Knight of Pentacles. You have the King of Pentacles here. Now you have the Knight of Pentacles coming through, slowly and steadily moving forward towards success, prosperity, bounty, abundance, and really seeing yourself achieve in ways that you hadn't imagined you would or you could. And this is also going to be an energy. There's an energy around you. There's somebody around you, okay? I would say this is more romantic if you're looking for a romantic partner or just like a really good friend, just somebody your soul connects with. They're not necessarily exciting, but my gosh, are they loyal? And that is a beautiful thing. All right, Leo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of yourself. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and harmony, Leo. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. Have a blessed end of June. Bye.